Hi, I'm B. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me today. I want to talk again. I don't want to talk again. Let me correct that. I don't want to talk about this, but I feel it needs to be done and be said. But Jessica Kent. And it's not exactly where we're at in the storyline. This goes back a couple months. It actually goes back many months, but I'm going back 2 months to where this started for me and made me start going, what in the world? So I think I don't want to rehash the whole story of Jessica. There's plenty of videos out there. There's plenty of timeline. It's all out there. I really don't want to go through that. Um, so I hope you know where I'm at in this situation and on this story. If you don't, I'm going to link at least the video I'm going to talk about. And then from there, you will find everything you need to know about Jessica Kent these days. So with that said, I want to go back to where Mindy had come to stay with her. And Mindy was in a bad place when she came to stay with her. And I think that we all know that now. And Jessica knew that at the time. And that's the reason she came there, essentially. Because Mindy was having a hard time with her partner, with her drug usage, Mindy was having a hard time and come to stay with Jessica. While Mindy was with Jessica, today I think we're all aware that there was drug usage amongst at least several of the parties. I'm not going to point fingers, but we can all make assumptions, and that's just going to be how it is. So while she was there, through the text messages that have now kind of been acknowledged by every party under the sun. So with those text messages in that time period, there was a CPS investigation initiated at that time. So what I'm going to go into next, that's where we were when Mindy arrived there, when Mindy was there. So Mindy left Jessica's house and ended up at Reese's house for a short period of time before going back home. Now, mind you, Mindy came there because she was having problems. So when Mindy went back home, I want to play a video from Wildflower Tea. Well, a portion of a video. I'm going to link the video below. I encourage you to watch the entire thing because it's impactful and it's meaningful, and people should understand the behind the scenes Jessica that was happening at that time. And I'm going to play that, and I want you to let's recall that Jessica has come out and said that she's a victim of domestic violence. I am a victim of domestic violence. A prior victim of domestic violence. So when I hear this, it just makes my skin crawl. It blows my mind. It does everything. And I cannot, for the life of me, understand what I'm hearing, but it's from Jessica's own mouth. So it is what it is. And I want to play that for you. So let me go ahead and add that. And I'm going to remove me so that you can see and hear everything that Wildflower's talking about. And then I'll come back to you.
Tell me this whack ass story, and at the time, I didn't even think about it. To be honest, she had to make this video because everybody was talking about it, and she had to let people know. She had to, for her own self image, I'm assuming, had to tell people that Mindy had went to Reese's house, and Mindy was like, no, please don't do that. My ex is gonna freak out. Please don't do that. Jessica instead calls up the ex and says, hey, I'm gonna do this video. You're not gonna hurt Mindy or nothing, right? Like if I do this video. What?
Right. And I gave Mindy my word, and I shouldn't have, because this person like literally called CPS on me like yesterday and a month ago. But I told her yesterday, listen, I'm just going to tell my audience the truth. And she said, don't you dare tell them I stayed with Reese, because then my life is in danger. And I'm like, your life isn't what? what? Am I taking crazy pills? She was trying to say that her ex would kill her if he found out that she stayed with Reese. So I'm like, are you sure that that's the truth? Or are you just embarrassed that you stayed with Reese? I don't know, dude. I don't know what's going on. But I called her ex, and her ex was like, yeah, no, I know, dude. I know that she stayed with Reese while she was there.
Okay. Did you hear that? Again, go back and watch this entire video. There's more to this story. But did you hear that? Did you hear her say? Mindy said, please don't do this. You're putting my life in danger. You said, what? Your life in danger? Are you kidding me, Jessica? I cannot for the life of me understand why she did that. Vengeance, hateful, but yet we're supposed to be worried about her. And I am worried about her. I don't want to make it like I'm not. I just want you to understand that she wants everybody to understand that she's in a bad position. She's in harm's way. She's her children, this and that and the other. But she had no regard for Mindy's life in that moment. None whatsoever. She actually laughed at her. Laughed at her. So this makes me not question, because we heard the tape. I stand on verbal abuse is abuse. Any abuse is abuse. There are so many forms of abuse, and I stand on that, and we heard it there. But once we heard it, there was more to that when he's saying, where's the strong? She was coming at him is what he made it sound like. So I'm not going to question that. I'm questioning her morals, her ethics, her mindset, that if you're a victim of domestic violence, how on earth can you laugh at this woman? You brought her to your home because she was having these issues, and then you're going to turn because you got caught. Is that that's my understanding. That's my feeling. That's what I take away from this, is she got caught. Okay, so I've been wanting to get that off my chest for a long time, and I just haven't had the time to sit down and to it hurts my head to think about things like this, and how she could do this to someone being a victim of domestic violence, how you could put someone in that much danger, how you could do such a thing. If you had no experience and no knowledge of it, okay, I'm not saying that someone tells you you're going to put my life in danger and you're like, watch me. I'm going straight there to do exactly what you told me not to do. So that's disturbing. Then I want to get to where we are currently with Jason being arrested. He had a federal warrant. He was picked up in her front yard with her children in that home. Again, I think that's all been our concern through this whole thing. I personally, in my opinion, feel like he was with her in those vacations that she was taking there before this happened. So this could have happened anywhere, anytime. That's hard to swallow. But then I want to go back to, and I cannot find the video for the life of me. There was a video with Jason where they had sent the guy to the apartment, and they were recording the phone, and they were talking to the police, and there was this, and I'm not sure who he was talking to at the moment, but I know he said it, and I know it happened. I just can't find it because he deleted everything, and I had some stuff, and I don't know where it's at. But if you've been following the story and you have been watching what he puts out and deletes and stuff, I'm sure you've seen it. But he's sitting there and he's like, he has a warrant. He has a warrant. But he has a warrant. Like, he's throwing Reese under the bus 100 times over, trying to get him locked up on this warrant that he had, and how he's a bad person to be around these children, and that he's a horrible person because he's done these things. And then here we have Jason over here on the run with the children present. She's keeping the father away from his children while putting this other man that has a drug problem that she's finally admitted to directly in the home with the children that she's saving from this other situation. That doesn't make sense to me. None of this makes sense to me. I am furious. And I'm not saying she has to have Reese. I'm saying there are ways to do that to where if you feel that your children are in danger, there are ways to get around that to where the kids still see their parent. I haven't seen anything where he's putting the children in danger. Has he done stupid things? I'm absolutely. But you took the father, and everybody would be like, oh, I get it. I get it. You had to go to your own home, get your own place, put the kids in a safe space, do all these things. We all would get it if you didn't bring this other criminal into your life. Oh, it's just drugs? Is that not a criminal? I mean, you don't go to jail for nothing. I mean, so that's a crime under their terms. So he's still a criminal. But you had all this going on with your children. That's the biggest issue for me. I cannot get over the Mindy situation. I have sat on that, hearing that voicemail from Jessica's mouth. Dude, are you kidding me? So go watch that video. Go listen to all of it. I'm not here to bash Jessica. I'm not here to try to turn someone against her. I think you're either going to be for her or against her or somewhere in the middle, and that's okay. I just cannot for the life of me understand this Mindy and Reese situation to where Mindy's the bad guy out of that whole situation when Jason was participating in that situation, and Reese is the bad guy, and that whole time Jason was participating in that relationship and that issue. So where do we find the common denominator of all of these problems with her ride or die, with her 10-year ride or die, and I'll be there to the end? And you heard it from her own mouth. Jason is the problem. Jason is the common denominator of all of these situations. And as long as it benefits her, she doesn't care. So thank you for listening to me rant. I have been holding that part in for 2 months. As a survivor, there's no way you would put that. If you didn't know and you made a mistake, understandably, Mindy told you and you said F that and went straight to the person she told you not to go to that could put her life in danger on purpose. So with that, I'm going to leave this here, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for listening to me. Like I said, 2 months I've been holding the Mindy part in, and then the Jason thing, and he's the catalyst for all of these problems. And Jessica just sits there and says, I'm going to keep telling this story, and you're going to keep buying this line of bullshit. No, Jessica, I'm not. Have a good day. Thank you. I appreciate you for coming and listening, and I'll see you in the next one.